Okay, I want to do this video real quick. Like, this is a subject that kind of been on my mind, but watching this video that I was referenced, not necessarily to watch, but it was kind of spoken upon, so I just searched for it myself. But I was watching Mona's review on A Connection TV, and he was talking about, well, not he, but Mona was talking about these dudes or whatever, this Rico dude, whoever the hell he is, I don't really care. Whatever, basically saying that Ashley off of the Bad Girls Club season 6 had gave him dome and, sucked his sperm. That's what I'm gonna say. And passed her off to his friend and he had his way with her. Or whatever. So I went to go watch the video. And mind you, I didn't watch all of it. I watched part of it because I was so aggravated with the whole video and just the whole point of him having that crap that I didn't even watch the whole thing, but I watched most of it. And it just brings a bigger subject at hand. Like, number one, on the subject of him and posting the thing, like, it's lame as hell to me for him to actually have made a blog about him sitting up here and having his sexual exploits or escapades with her. Like, honestly, who the hell cares? I mean, the name of the website is World Star Hip Hop, so it was going to the world. And even though the show is nationwide or whatever like that, it's like it's more important stuff going on in the world than sit up here talking about your sexual exploits with Ashley. Like, I mean, people do this all the time. Like, really, what is it really to brag about? About you sit up here and you getting head or down from her. Like, honestly, I feel like if you're gonna brag about something that's important and brag about something that's actually hard for you to get. If she was sit up there and she was drunk enough, number one, she was drunk, so that's already, void in the point of you bragging about it in the first place. Number two, if it was that easy for you to sit up there and say, yo, what's good, blah 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 blah, and to get some dome, whatever the word he said when he was talking about, what does it mean, and what was he saying? He had said some kind of lingo for, him having some kind of sex play with her. But if it was that easy for you to do that with her that quick or whatever, and your friend to pass off and be able to do whatever he wants to do with her, then there's honestly no need for you to be bragging about it. Brag about you being in a relationship with a great girl that's really got something going for herself and that got some self-respect for herself, and actually doing something in your own life, something beneficial. But like, really, honestly, what is to brag about you sitting up there exploiting and having sex with, or actually giving you dome and you blogging about? Like, honestly, who the fuck cares? It's like he was on the show for like what 3 seconds, and he found the need to sit up here and to use that medium to channel in some kind of success or relevance or whatever like that, to sit up here and say what he did with her. I mean, he could have simply, you know, to be honestly, kept it to himself. I mean, I can't tell people what to do, but I just feel like, what difference does it make what you did with her? Like, who really cares? I mean, honestly, and then talking about his glasses, and they got lost. And I feel like if it was really that serious of a situation, you should have brought it to the producers and them. He did say he called the girls, the Nicholas or whatever, and then called her transvestite or whatever he called her, a tranny. And I didn't even feel like that was necessary, just because she was saying, dude, okay, she's a little manly, she's a little butch or whatever, but to call her a transvestite or a tranny, whatever, I feel like it was unnecessary. But the bigger subject is hand is like women out here and having respect for themselves and doing better for themselves. I mean, like, honestly, it's not just about women. I mean, men do it too, but right now I want to focus on one subject, and it's the women. Like, I know a couple of girls who have fallen into or are about to fall into the trap of these boys out here. And it's just like you have to have more respect for yourself and want better for yourself in order to get better for yourself. Like, when people get so keen on something, they give that thing the power. And they give that thing the power to take over them in whatever way it wants to take over and exploit them. And I don't give power to stuff like sex or boys or girls or whatever like that, because I don't want to lose myself in that. And you really have to love yourself in order for you to get quality as far as a person for you, as far as I'm concerned. Because if you don't respect yourself, then somebody else is going to look at you and they're going to perceive you as you don't respect yourself, and they're not going to respect you. And so have some going for yourself. You don't have to go to college, but if you going to college, do that. Have a job, or working with some kind of foundation or some kind of group, some volunteer type work or whatever you do that's love doing. Even though people love to have sex too, something that's beneficial to yourself or whatever, or for yourself, do it. Have some great friends around. Have fun, party. Whatever you want to do, as long as it's not too much or whatever, and do that for yourself. But it's just sad that these girls are sitting up here letting these dudes just taking advantage of them and just really don't be caring. They calling you sluts, hoes, and bitches. You sitting up here and you have your sexual exploits with them, thinking that, you know, whatever they are to you, you know, they some high god or whatever. And then at the end of the day, after everything's said and done, they don't want to look at you. They don't call you back. They're bragging about it to their friends. Like he, you know, obviously posted, you know, a video blog about it that's on like a huge website or whatever. And it's just like, you really gotta have respect for yourself. Like, if it honestly takes a dude to sit up there and just like holler, first of all, holler at you in that disrespectful way, you know, what's good, blah blah blah. And that's all it takes for you to sit up there and spread your legs, when you get between your legs, or for you to sit up there and, you know, bend down to your knees and sit up there and, you know, suck him off or whatever. Then I mean, really, you need to really reevaluate yourself and your morals and who you are, and, you know, high of a pedestal do you set yourself, or how you're not on a pedestal and you're not even that relevant to your own life. You know, it's just, it's really sad when you have dudes sitting up here saying, you know, I love you, and that's enough for them to get in your pants or whatever. They don't love you if the first thing they're thinking about is getting in your pants. Your character and who you are and your personality and being around them should be enough for them to love you or to like you or whatever like that. They shouldn't feel the need to have to use you in any kind of way for them to love you. Like, so it's not really necessary. And like, people in this whole, well, he and she doing this, whether they're a father figure or a brother or a friend or just some random person, he and she and they, whatever importance they have to you or irrelevance they have to you, has nothing to do with you. It's you and your life. So if such and such sitting up here having sex and blah 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 doing this, it don't matter. This is your life. At the end of the day, you have to handle the consequences of your own actions, not these other people. So you talking about, oh, she did it, he did it, blah blah blah, whatnot, and the other. At the end of the day, they not living your life, so it don't matter if they did it, because you have to suffer the consequences. I just feel like girls out here nowadays and women just need to be smarter than like really what they really are. You know, stop sitting up here having sex with these random ass dudes. You know, you could be getting AIDS and HIV. Don't know if they sleeping with other dudes, or if they sleeping with girls and getting AIDS and HIV, because you can get it from anybody. It's just like, people just really do not really care. Like, have some respect for yourself, because if you do certain things, like they say, anything in the dark will be brought to light. You know, as unfortunate as it is, you know, really think about what you're doing before you're doing. Don't just, you know, go ahead and just be, you know, action straightforward and just do stuff, because then eventually you're going to have to deal with it in a mental way of how it's going to affect you in your life later on. It could be something small that can make a little dent in your life, or it could be something huge that could just completely just knock the shift of whatever path you're going on in your life. So it's just like, have some respect for yourself. You know, ladies, you know, take care of yourself. You know, have something going for yourself. Don't sit up here and let these dudes just run you and get in your panties and, you know, do whatever they want to do with you and stuff like that. Like, come on, like, you have to do better for yourself. You really do. And that's basically all I really want to say. I mean, it's not really too much else I'm going to say, because it's going to all be in reiterating what I already said. But just have some respect for yourself, ladies. And have something, like I said, go in for yourself. And, you know, get some quality men. And these whack ass dudes out here bragging about them, they sexual exploits with you and stuff like that. And these easy ass girls, regardless if the girl is pretty or not, if it's that easy for you to sit up here and get in her panties and her pants, whatever, or for her to give you any kind of, you know, sexual action or whatever. I was gonna say innuendo, but that's probably not even relevant to what I was gonna say. You know, then it's not really worth you bragging about, because 9 times out of 10, if it was that easy for you to get that from her, you know, any other dude could have did the same thing and could have got the same kind of results too. So it's not really that relevant or big to brag about. That's basically it. I'm done. Just wanted to make another video, and it was something relevant that I feel like to need to talk about. So that's basically it. So, peace.